What's going on, guys? It's your boy JayyDeee. I want to thank you so much for tuning into today's video. We're going to get right into today's content because I'm so excited about doing this video. I've been waiting all year to do this. So we are approaching arguably my favorite time of the year when it comes to fashion, and that is the fall/winter season. So with this season, you can do so many things with fashion. There's no more tank tops, no more short shorts, none of that stuff. Here we're going to talk about layering. We're going to talk about jackets and boots. I mean, I love these pieces of clothing, and now we get to wear them a lot more throughout this time of the year. So for today, I'm going to give you guys 7 trends out right now. I mean, arguably there's so many trends when it comes to the fall season. I'm going to give you the top 7 and some of the trends that I personally wear throughout this time of year that I want to share with you. Alrighty, style trend number 1 is going to be layering. So with me living in Orlando, Florida, we don't really get too many cold days. I would say maybe 10 days overall throughout the entire season. It really gets cold enough where, I can personally layer. But it doesn't mean you can't layer. It doesn't mean that I still don't layer. But layering is so much fun to do. You can really add some depth, creativity to your outfits. Your favorite things that I do with layering is a sweater with either a leather jacket or like a bomber coat or an overcoat are really a good trend and really give you some edge to your outfits. You can do like several different types of long sleeve shirts with jackets. So many different things, so much variety when it comes to layering, but it's just so much fun. You can take 2 different styles of clothing, put them together and make one like killer badass outfit. Alrighty, style trend number 2, and that is 90s logos clothing. So what I mean by this is a lot of these brands back in the 90s are coming back with these big logo, on their shirts or on their clothing. Adidas is notorious for this. As you can see in these shirts here, there's the big Adidas logo on the front. Champion is another one that does this a lot with a lot of their sweaters. Vans, almost every brand out there has a piece of clothing that has their logo imprinted really big somewhere on their clothing, whether it's a sweater, t-shirt, tank tops, whatever the case may be. But these 90s old school logos are really coming back and they're really trendy right now. Alrighty, style trend number 3, and that is going to be Chelsea boots. Arguably my favorite piece of clothing as far as this year is concerned. If you watched my last video I did of my September favorites, I recently purchased a pair of Chelsea boots from Aldo. Absolutely love them, but this style of boot is really trendy right now. Really any boot will work, but for me personally, I really have grown to love the Chelsea boot because it's a very versatile boot. You can wear it down, you can dress it down, you can dress it up with a pair of jeans and a nice jacket or sweater or shirt, however you want to do it. It's something you can wear really at any time of year, honestly. But in the fall season, again, with it being relatively cooler than most seasons, this is a good piece of clothing to have, good piece of footwear to have. You can get these all different colors, all different styles, and the price range isn't really that bad. You want to get a quality Chelsea boot, so you're going to spend maybe a little over $100. The ones that I have here from Aldo cost me $150, and they're quality. They're comfortable. They have that good suede on there. Obviously, you don't want to get that wet or buy a protectant for that, but you want to get a Chelsea boot that is quality, from a quality brand. Alrighty, style trend number 4. Now with this trend, I wanted to include this because it is extremely popular right now. It's not a trend that I personally wear. Out of all the ones you're going to be talking about and seeing today, this is the one trend I probably don't wear as of yet. There are certain shirts that I liked, but I just haven't purchased anything yet, and that is the Western/cowboy look. So it doesn't mean you have to go buy a hat and buy some crazy cowboy boots or anything like that, but they have been making clothing that has some type of cowboy stitching in it, a little bit of waviness to it, or the shearling jackets, which have the fur on the inside or the shearling on the inside. Those are pieces of clothing that I personally like, those type of jackets there. But they have been making a lot more clothing that has some type of Western cowboy like vibe to it. But I still wanted to share that with you guys because, again, this might be something that you might like, and some of the pictures that you'll see here in the video, might be some pieces of clothing that you'll like. Alrighty, on to trend number 5, and that is going to be denim. Now denim also is a piece of clothing kind of like the Chelsea boots that you want to go into a store and physically try them on. There's so many different styles, so many different cuts to denim jackets. You want to get one that really fits nice, but this is an essential in the fall season. It's such a beautiful piece of clothing. It's so versatile. You can wear denim with anything. There really isn't anything out there that you can't wear with denim. If you know something, put it in the description below. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on denim. I love denim. It's one of my favorite trends and styles. I only have one denim jacket. Again, I live in Orlando, Florida. It doesn't really get cold at all to really wear denim a lot when it comes to jackets, but you still want to have one, maybe two in your wardrobe. The one that I have here is from a brand called Reason. I love it. It's a little bit on the baggier side, but when I layer that, times of the year when I get to layer when I'm traveling, I always bring it with me in this time of year when I'm traveling, because usually where I go, it's really cold. New York, Atlanta, places like that. It gets cold and it snows. So denim jackets are good to wear. I always layer it with maybe a hoodie or a sweater, kind of like this one here. Things like that is really nice to wear with denim. Alrighty, on to number 6, and that is going to be chunky or bulky sneakers. So this is more on the streetwear, urban side, but this trend has really come out of nowhere. A lot of brands now are making sneakers that are very bulky looking and are very rigid on all sides, but some of them are actually really nice and trendy. So Fila was one of the first brands that I saw that started using this trend, and then it went to Nike, and Adidas has the Yeezys at 700 Wave Runners, which is what you're gonna see here. I also got these last month in September, but this is also kind of a bulky looking sneaker that is very trendy. I love this sneaker. This is one of the favorite sneakers that I own in my wardrobe. But the Fila ones are also very popular. Balenciaga has made some. I know if you're into hip hop, the Migos are huge Balenciaga fans, and they wear them all the time. As you can see in some of these pictures here, you can see kind of that bulky looking sneaker with like several different colors, and kind of out there for me personally when it comes to the Balenciaga ones. But that style, that bulky looking, really rugged and rigid, like almost like a boot, really heavy type of sneaker, that's really trendy right now. If you're really into footwear, into sneakers, this is a trend that you definitely want to get. Alrighty guys, we are on to the last trend of the fall season, and I mean, this is pretty much a no-brainer. I purposely saved this trend for last, and it's not really a trend, it's a color, and that is going to be anything in brown. It is the color of the fall season. So anything in brown works. I mean, when I say anything, I mean anything. Sneakers, pants, hats, shirts, underwear, anything brown works. Laces is even one that I've seen that, you can really look nice. So brown is great. I have this brown long sleeve thermal that I purchased from Forever 21. Brown leather jackets are very popular as well. So there's really no specifics I can get into with this color, because it's just a color. You can get anything in brown, and any fabric, any texture will work. Alrighty guys, that's it for today. Just 7 style tips for the fall going into the winter season. I will be doing a winter lookbook as it gets more towards December time, with some different winter trends there for you. But with that being said, for today, we are all wrapped up. Again, thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you haven't already, follow me on my social media, JayyDeee3, on all my platforms. They'll all be linked in the description below, along with links to the products that I showed you guys today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever time that is, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.